And then I normally, the convention is that you come, you make your debut speech, your maiden speech, and you come and try to impress with intellect and so on. But a senator from Tobago came in this August house, this chamber, and he just went off regurgitating untruths from the platform, adding nothing to debate, criticizing fellow Tobagonians. I never see a Tobagonian come in the Senate to attack other Tobagonians, talking about, I'll get to him just now, but since you opened me about, I'll go back to the Minister of Tourism. And let me tell, and to the nation, yeah, let me see, we're on this camera here? Right. Because I'm talking to the nation, not to the PNM. It is unbelievable and remarkable that no matter how much facts, how much research, how much paper, how much information that you give the PNM, they continue their pathological untruths unfettered. They came here, the Minister of Tourism and the new senator that replaced another senator, and they said that the opposition removed an investment from Tobago. Sandals investment was coming, and the opposition was so unpatriotic. The investment. Sandals was not investing $1 in this country. The PNM government was going to borrow $7 billion for taxpayers to pay back. At the time when I researched, there were 13,645 hotels under construction in the globe. And I researched and I looked and I checked to see how many were being built with taxpayers' dollars. You know what the answer was? 0. But they talk about investment and they say that they moved from the Sandals investment, jumped from Tobago to St. Vincent. Sandals spend their own money in Grenada, 2 hotels, 150 million approximately US each. Barbados 2, St. Lucia 3, Antigua 2, Bahamas, Jamaica, Dominican Republic. Sandals spend their own money because it's an investment. In Tobago, the PNM was going to take taxpayers' money, borrow money at 6.2%, $7 billion to build a hotel. When I calculated if the hotels, the beaches, and the Sandals were total 100% occupancy for a year, we would have broken even in 99 years. Wow. If you were occupied 100%, so you had no lull, you ain't dipped to 60, you ain't dipped to 40, you understand? In 99 years, the people of Trinidad and Tobago would have broken even. They come to say, but we would have get some job to put on glove and hand out glass. Could I get you a drink, sir? We passed that. We in oil and gas since 1908, since 1972, right? So please, PNM, stop telling untruths. Sandals was not spending 1 red cent. If they were spending, I'd be the first one. I would have go and book a room there in Sandals and all and go. Not in the other one that gone down, but the Honorable Senator spoke about double palm. I ain't know how he know about that reach Tobago, but then again, when he reached home, all he clothes was in a garbage bag, so maybe it was from the...
Senator, again. No. Please, continue.
Honorable Senator from Tobago came and stood and said here that the UNC did nothing for Tobago and built nothing.
You have 5 more minutes, Senator.
Fast. He said, excuse me, please, don't disturb me, sir.
Go back on him again.
Yes. No, enough of him. Just like the PNM has had enough of him in Sando East and elsewhere, I've had enough of him. The Honorable Senator from Tobago, on top of attacking Tobagonians, he came to say that the UNC does not respect Tobago and did nothing except build a meteorological building and so on, and then a pumpkin house. That's what he said in the Senate. Well, let me just remind him of somebody. Off the top of my head, I didn't go and call and research and thing, but the gas station on the other side of the island is UNC built that, right? The MIC Center, the Roxborough gas station, the Dwight York Stadium track, which was certified 1A, which means world record could be broken there, was put down at 10.3 million by this minister. This Minister of Sport
Oh, yes.
also approved and got from the Ministry of Finance $120 million to do over and refurbish and renovate the Dwight York Stadium because the guts of it, because of the sea blast, the infrastructure, the metal, the electrical, the plumbing needed to be redone. But that member from Tobago say when they reach, they had no money in the treasury. But his prime minister is on tape, go and check social media, talking about graphs and pointing at this and saying in 2014, you see this big tall red line? That's cash in bank. Yes, that's Kamala Cash, the member for Siparia and leader of the opposition, cash in bank 2014. Reserves 11.4 billion US, 6.8 billion US in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, 14 months of import cover. They come and dip in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund and both now it reached back above 6 billion. 9 years later, had you managed the economy properly, the Heritage and Stabilization Fund was growing at an average of 1.2 to 1.8 billion per year. 9 by 1.2, it should have gone up by at least 10 billion US. They use it out, they spend it out, and then they don't want to account for it here. They want to argue with the Auditor General to change her mind, like the travel advisory. We also had the renovation, right? Dwight York Stadium. WASA did 5 pumping stations in Tobago during that time. The UE campus was due to come to Tobago, so Tobagonian children don't have to come down here to study. We also finished the Scarborough Hospital. We couldn't find the material that went by land date, but we had to buy new material and finish the Scarborough Hospital. So that member of Tobago to come here. The sea bridge was flowing perfectly. The vessels purchased by the Honorable Patrick Manning, the Express and the Spirit, and maintained by the Canadian company, were maintained by the Honorable Member for Siparia. On top of that, she got the Superfast Galicia that was making it to Tobago in 2 hours and 25 minutes. Them collapsed the sea bridge. They put the Tobagonian thing on barge for salt water to go all in the engine and on the banana and so on. And then come to tell us that UNC disrespect Tobago. They also say that PNM is a national party and UNC don't even want to go in Tobago. Let me tell you something. The PNM cannot even understand, respect, self-governance, understanding that what UNC and the leader for the member for Siparia believes is that Tobagonians must see about Tobago. Yes. Therefore, not only did she bring the self-governance bill, and the PNM didn't vote with it. The member for Diego Martin West is on Hansard as quoting exact verbatim from an article written by another noble Tobagonian, word for word without giving credit. So when they talk about respect, we respect Tobago more than the PNM. The PNM feels that they must rule Tobago from Trinidad, from Balize House there. But one thing I learned about Senator the Honorable Ansel Dennis, I learned 3 things yesterday when listening to him. One,
wasn't much to learn.
Huh? It wasn't much to learn, but listen carefully. The 3 things about the new replacement senator. 1, somehow I now understand how he managed to lose a fixed election. 2, I now realize that former Senator Laurel Lizama Leasing wasn't that bad. And 3, while he criticizes the Tobagonian Ashwood Jack about some pumpkin house, whether pumpkin house, Baji house, or cassava house, Ashwood Jack never reach home and see clothes in a garbage bag outside.